Hi, I'm Brooks Whitehouse, the cello professor of the University of North Carolina School of the Arts, and I am here with my second installment on vibrato. Make a hitchhiker's fist like this. Curl the fingers in and stick your thumb out like this. Now, place your thumb on the back of the neck, somewhere around where second position would be, like this. Then, take your thumb and forefinger of your right hand and gently squeeze between the C string and your thumb. So I'm actually putting my right thumb on top of my left thumb to stabilize it in the back. And then I'm going to vibrate on my thumb on the back of the neck, almost as if I had a string on the back of the neck of the cello. Now, for whatever reason, it is much easier to get the correct motion when you don't involve these fingers. So that's why I have them tucked away for this exercise. And you see that there is a healthy and simple motion of the forearm that is involved in the vibrato. And there is also a corresponding and complementary motion of the upper arm to the forearm's motion. I find vibrating on the thumb to be a much easier thing to do than vibrating on any of these fingers, at least initially. Now, one thing you should notice is that because I have stabilized the thumb with this hand, I'm able to keep the base joint of my left thumb loose. And keeping this joint loose and flexible is the key to a good vibrato. You have to keep your thumb stable on the back of the instrument, but you have to keep this joint loose and free. And what stiffens that joint? Well, squeezing at the instrument. You've probably had a million teachers tell you not to squeeze. And one of the reasons is that squeezing between the thumb and the finger is one of the biggest vibrato killers out there. It stiffens the hand, it narrows the vibrato, and it just makes it difficult to move. So what I like about the Hitchhiker's Guide to Vibrato is that you can focus on keeping that base joint of the left thumb loose and on getting the right motion of the forearm and the upper arm. Okay, from there, we take the four fingers and rest them all lightly on the top of the D string, not depressing any of it. Don't push down to the fingerboard. Just let it rest on the top of the string and allow the fingers to shift up and down the string almost as if you were polishing the string with all four fingers. Again, you see, nothing has changed about the arm motion. The forearm motion is still moving in a healthy and simple way. The wrist is basically flat, and the upper arm is responding to the forearm's motion in a complementary manner. You can do this with each finger as well. First finger, it makes a little witchy, witchy, witchy sound on the string. Second finger, third finger, and fourth finger. Now we do have to make that transition down to the fingerboard. So we're going to do this with each finger now. I like to start with the second finger. It's my favorite finger for vibrato. So resting it lightly on the string, we begin with that little polishing motion, and then gradually we allow our forearm weight to sink in until we touch bottom and the finger is stabilized on a single pitch. Now, when people do this, sometimes it backfires and you get into some tight, locked motion. If that happens, back off. Go back to this polishing motion and then gradually sink in as far as you can while keeping the simple motion of the forearm and upper arm. Again, always backing off and sinking back in. And you're not squeezing with the back of your hand, with your thumb. You're just stabilizing it with this hand all the time. So this is to practice sort of hanging your arm on that finger. You can do that with each finger. First finger, and sink in. Third finger, polish, and then sink in. Fourth finger, polish, and then sink in. All right, stay tuned for Vibrato 103.